Okay, welcome back, guys. It's me. It's your boy Rare. I'm back. I'm live again. Thank you for popping by. Thank you for watching this video. Um, you already know what the title of this video is. It's about the Classic Plus survey, and today we will be um, going over all of, you know, well, whatever part of the server we're on, I guess. We will be doing the whole entire survey on video. This is mostly for myself, but also just as like a, how do I want to say it? Like for myself, just to see what I like remembered on what I wanted to do. Obviously, I think it's good content. But it's, I like to go back and look at like old videos of how I used to be. Like I have some content from like 2019. And I think I even had some content from 2016. And my whole mentality is a bit like different, or some things obviously are the same, like very, very similar, but like certain takes, I guess you could say, those are a bit different, right? And yeah, so we're going to do this take. We're going to do this survey. We're going to do this take. We're doing a take. And oh, I forgot to switch screens. Let's see. So boom, there you go. So we're doing this as always, and drag this bad boy right over my head. And then yeah, so if you haven't seen the previous videos, we have done a few of these. We didn't do did we do the factions and races yet? I don't know if we did that one on video. I don't think we did, but we did all of these here. So now we're on zones. So the first part of the survey would be zones. I will probably timestamp these at some point, or if someone wants to do it in the comment section, just leave a comment with the timestamps and where I start each part. I usually like spend more time making. I spend a lot of time making the actual timestamps on my videos, but yeah. But yeah, that being said, let's see here what we have. So we have talents and professions. That'll be an interesting one. I think a lot of people really like the professions. And then maybe like part 5 might be just all of these. We'll see how much we do, because I don't want to have it be like another like the last one was actually pretty good. Like an hour-long video is fine. If we could shorten that, that'd be obviously much better. But yeah, and if you don't know who I am, my name is Rare. No, my real name obviously. I'm Rare. If you want to pop by my stream, twitch.tv/rareentry with 3s instead of E's. I'm actually a warrior player, even though my name is like for my rogue. I'm a warrior and Feral Jude player, but I change depending on whatever expansion it is. I play pretty much everything on both factions and stuff. But yeah, let's get straight into the survey. And if you'd like to support this channel, even just following, subscribing, hit that subscribe button. I don't have any fancy thing popping up and here's the subscribe button, click on it now. Or if you want to pop by my stream when I'm streaming WoW, when I'm going to be streaming Classic Plus, I'll be doing that pretty much 24/7. If it's what I want, like maybe there's something I don't like and I just don't play it, but for the most part, I think I would be playing it. Like I'm definitely going to try it for the most part. So, and I do play some retail, but retail is very, if you're watching this, you probably know what you like and don't like about retail. Not to shit on retail players, because I do enjoy retail for what it is. Just yeah, anyways, so let's get into it. Without further ado, zones survey. So this one's gonna be, I'm not sure how I feel about this. I think this might go a bit faster, so we'll just go. Do you want, okay, so let's go over this. And I'm gonna try to read a bit more consistently. I felt like my previous videos have been a bit more like I'm reading and you don't know if I'm actually reading a question, if it's me talking about the question. So so Classic Plus survey zones. Do you want new continents, world, dimensions added to Classic Plus? For me, it depends how it's done. If it's done well, If yes, check all you'd like to see, not as they launch, but vanillafied. If check all, can I just choose all the above? Like, I wouldn't mind these. Ghostlands, Hyjal we obviously need, right? I don't know about Outland and Northrend. Maybe Northrend would be cool. Vajir would be cool. Like all of these would be cool. Oldham, Twilight Highlands, Tol Barad, Gilneas, obviously. Lost Islands, the coast of STB, sure. Emerald Dream via portals, sure. Pandaria, Draenor, I don't know what those. Broken Isles, like I'll choose everything on Dragon Isles. I'll choose everything. The coast of Storm and Baelor, Zuldar, Island of Filbra, sure. Ogre Zonia. We could do Kazan. Telebim, we need to have Telebim. Let's be real, like Telebim. And what Ogre Zonia as well, choose I want to. See, I'm like very like, I'm like not fussed, you know, like, but I think like Pandaria, Draenor, Outland, they're just not classic, right? I don't know how you would add them. I wouldn't mind having them like add TBC, just it being a whole new, you know, like, but then it's like, that's something like 10 years some classic, you know. That's like, right, we like vanilla, we like classic plus, and then they'll give you the option to go into TBC plus, you know, or something like that. And then we get everything we have in TBC, and that's not because I'm a TBC fan. If anything, I'm a Legion and Wrath of Lich King. Like, I like Wrath way more than I like TBC. Like, Wrath feels a more complete expansion, and TBC is great. Like, TBC adds so many things to the classes that it feels amazing when I replay it now, because I didn't, you know, I can't really compare it, like, you know, back then, because when I played back then, I just played Hunter, so. And I didn't even like, oh yeah, okay, we have steady shots, and I don't even think I put steady shots on my bar. I was like, why is this thing casting? I don't want to cast. like not knowing that it's actually the strongest spell. Like, my friends never told me I had to be pressing steady shot on cooldown, basically. Not on cooldown, but you know what I mean, like between cooldowns. And actually doing that now made me realize and appreciate Hunter and how strong and how diverse it is. But yeah. I'm currently playing TK. I'm currently doing a TK and SSC right now. We're waiting for Black Temple. Excuse me, to launch. But yeah, okay. Let me stop yapping about my personal shit. Yeah. So, would you prefer Blizzard to focus on improving existing zones or adding new ones at launch? Improving existing ones, adding new ones, some in between. I would say some in between. I don't know, like, touching some zones is important. I think, like, some zones, for sure, like, some zones need, you know, they need something, right? They need some love. Like, some places are just dead zones, right? Like, it's literally just a dead zone. It's like a Hunter dead zone, but it's a whole zone, you know? It's not like a Hunter player. I mean, technically, it's my first character that I chose, like, for my own account, and you know, yeah. Okay, so I'll choose somewhere in between. Adding new ones, improving existing, or no option is the options here. I'll choose somewhere in between. Should there be more fast travel options in Classic Plus? Check all you'd like to see of. So the options are portals between cities and various zones, more ships and zeppelins between continents, flight paths all over the place, multiple hearthstones to set to different places. I think having us like a specific hearthstone for, like, I don't know, like Dustwallow Marsh or some wedge. I don't know, like, I can't even think about it. Like some awkward place that is hard to get for the other faction, but once you do a quest, like, you have to go there, you do the quest, you'll get like a hearthstone. I think that'd be like okay, you know, it's like maybe like on a 3-hour cooldown or something, you know, instead of like a 1 hour or whatever, you know. And I think they should half it. I think it should be a 30-minute cooldown for Hearth, like with guild, like via guild buffs. I think also guild buffs should be a thing. Like, I do think like it could get really crazy with like the goal and stuff, but like, don't add the goal thing. Just add the other fun stuff. Like, make it like rewarding to be in a guild. I think these are things that make playing in a guild and make this, like, yes, solo players exist, but even they can just be in a guild and be a solo player. Like just give a reason to be in a guild, you know? If you're guildless, you're just weaker, and I think that's fine. You should just be okay with it, you know? Sorry for solo players. I know I'm not really a solo player. Like, you're playing an MMO, you're not playing a RPG, you're playing an MMO RPG. It's MMO first. RPG is also important. But so yeah, between cities, I would say multiple hearthstones to different sets of different places. Flight paths all over the place. More zeppelins between. I think more ships and zeppelins would be cool. Portals between cities and various zones. This can get dangerous. I'm not gonna click them. Flight paths all over the place. I don't know. Like I want them, but I don't want them to be too many. Like, it needs to be like 5 more flight paths per continent. You know, like, just that's it. Like, that's it. No more. New zones should be obviously, like, new questing areas maybe should get a flight path, you know. But it's nice seeing people like have to like run from like the bottom of like Kargath or something, like, you know, like run through Kargath or whatever, you know, like like Siren Gorge to like Blackrock. Like, it's nice seeing people have to run up to those places. I don't want it to just be like, oh, fly to the mountain, you know, like fly there, you know, teleport here. Like, it's too good. I think on a cooldown it's fine, you know, like a long cooldown. And then we have Warlocks and all the Warlock bots, like they're gonna do it anyways. It's pretty cringe, but yeah. What was I gonna say? So should certain fast travel options be unlocked via questing? Sorry, via quests, achievements, or activities? Certain fast travels. Yes. I think again, like a quest could give you like a Hearthstone. So I'm all for it. The other options, no, and no option, right? Would you want to see more rare spawns, rare events in the world? No, keep rare spawns rare. Yes, they're exciting. No option. Rare spawns. I mean, yeah, well, of course. Like, why not? No, keep rare spawns rare. Let's see. More rare. Wait, we're talking about like more in terms of like amount or more in terms of like spawn rates? Because that's like I don't know. Like I want to see more rares. Like, obviously, like we're gonna get more rares. That's like a default, right? But then it's like, do we want them to spawn more? Like, it's cool that, you know, Time Lost Proto Drake has like a weird. Everyone would have one if it wasn't hard to get. You know, that's what makes it cool. Like you sweated or you got lucky. You know, like I sweated from the like I spammed. I got my hunter to, what was it, to 76 I think. And that's when you could tame Lognahar, because he's not a lower level, and obviously you have to be the same level to tame your to tame the animal, right? And then I stopped playing my hunter. I tamed Lognahar. I farmed it for like the first few weeks. I knew it was like, I saw it in like the model preview they were doing at some point, and I literally got my hunter, got to Skolas Arbasa, and didn't touch any quests. Just went to the Lognahar places, and I just sat there. And I remember I finally tamed, and I was like so scared. I think I almost died to it actually, because it was like so much, you know, it's a rare, right? But it was like so much stronger than what I expected. I just like I freed my pet, and I was like, oh shit, I was like panicking, and yeah, it was a good time. And then I stopped. I have a picture of my hunter somewhere. I can pull it up real quick. But yeah, my hunter left it. I didn't even level to 80 on it, so I just left it at like 70, 76 or whatever it was. And like I was playing my rogue. I was playing my what was I playing? My rogue, my DK. I can't remember who else I played. I don't remember. Whatever. But yeah. I think keeping something rare is like, you know. Also for Time Lost Proto Drake as well. I was sitting and I remember like camping the fuck out of I had flying. I had like I was in Storm Peaks, and I was sitting on that little ledge. I think everyone knows the ledge, like the ledge where he like kind of flies out of. And I'm sitting there, and I'm like, I was doing some PvP with some friends. Oh no, I was sitting in like Skype or something with some friends, because we used Skype back then. And which is crazy, by the way. And then I was doing PvP. I logged over to check my hunter or something. I was on my hunter, and they're like, hurry up, log back over, like we're ready to go. And I'm like, all right. So I log in, and I think I was in a BG or something. I think that's what I was doing. I was in a BG on my hunter, and like I finished the BG, I come out, and I'm like on the floor or something. I think I like, or someone like flagged up on me or some shit. I don't know. And then then the like the rare scanner thingy went off like doo doo, you know, like super loud, and I was like, oh shit. And I'm like, what the fuck is it? And I'm sure, like in my head I'm like, oh, I'm gonna see a dead one, and it's just flying over me, and I flew up, shot it, landed on the floor, and then I was on my hunter, and actually at this point I think it was Kata already. Like I had farmed Time Lost Proto Drake like from like mid Wrath, like TOGC was already out, into Kata, and I think it was in Kata like Firelands Kata or something. That's when I got Time Lost Proto Drake, and I have a screenshot of me like with my chair, like my fishing chair. And I just kept my hunter there for so long. Like it was so funny. And it was it was an amazing time. And yeah, we were PvPing. I remember now we were PvPing because I leveled my priest in the middle of Wrath, like the middle to the end of Wrath, and I just got like my friends were just like the guild I was in. It was called Wolf Pack. I have a screenshot. That's the only reason I remember it. And I remember being so bad at healing, and I was just like, yeah, all we need you to do is heal. And I'm like the most retarded raider ever. I'm like, heal, yeah, like I can heal. And I just like I didn't understand the concept. Like I understand how to heal people. I wasn't like terrible at the game. Like I was actually pretty sweaty. I had like all my key bindings sorted and stuff. I don't remember what I was doing, and I had a Draenei priest called Blue Cross because she was blue, and priest is like a, you know, they wear a cross or something. So I just like, you know, the red cross, the blue cross, you know. And people used to call me Blue Chan. I'm like, fuck's sake. But yeah, that was a good times. The good times. I really like. Actually, Draenei is like my favorite race now. Like I love Draenei. I'm for the Horde. I would love to have like Eredar be on the Horde or something, or Manari be on the Horde, but we can get into that. But yeah, farming the Time Lost for the Drake. Sorry, there's a little sidetrack here, a little side story. I know you guys are here for the story, but I think it's pretty cool, like to like kind of talk about this. But this is going to be on YouTube, and it's going to be here even when I'm long gone. You know, maybe my kid watches this or something. And yeah, this is when Dad was, you know, this is when Dad was. He was, what was this Wrath. So I had to be like around 17 years old, like 16 to 17, because I was living with my mom in England at the time. And then I moved back to Sweden, like mid-Carter. So I remember Carter came and my mom bought me the expansion. I was like so happy, dude. I was like, yes, dude, I don't have to buy it. like I don't have the real life goal for this. I didn't farm gold in real life. I was a student, like a freaking. But yeah. Anyways, let's get back onto the survey, please. I'm sorry. So how do you feel? Okay, so next question is, how do you feel? Sorry. How would you feel about more open world mini bosses akin to world bosses, but cater to 5 players? Honestly, nope. Okay, so the options are nope. Open world content should be primarily soloable. Nope, don't agree. Not sure. Depending how it's implemented. Definitely sounds interesting. No option. So for me, it's definitely sounds interesting. Like I'm all for the 5-man fight this little boss. You know, get a group of like, hey guys, group up, let's go. We'll leave open loot. You know, and just roll need for, you know, whatever. If it's a BOE, everyone just need it because someone's gonna ninja it. Yeah, like it would suck, obviously, if it's like a super good warrior weapon and you're the warrior and you're like, come on guys, please. Like if it was your item, you'd want me to pass it. Anyways, yeah, so it definitely sounds interesting. I'm gonna try and speed this up. I'm sorry, like I'm taking really long, but it's like, this is a good story. There's a lot of good stories I have. Let's see. So should there be more PvP locations and the event? Should there be more PvP locations and events in the zones? E.g. Tower, Control, EPL, Eastern Playground, Silithus, Blood Moon. More location. So I like these. They add fun variety. I 100% agree. The other option is they get in the way of leveling, but they can be fine if I can opt out. I think that's okay too. Like I don't feel like you should be going to like STV and then there's like the Blood Moon event and you're just getting like lathered with like PvP all the time. Like you're just trying to get your questing in. Remove world PvP areas in open world. They have no place in Classic Plus. I think this is the best middle ground to just go for the middle. Like let people opt out a little bit. Like you can be marked for not giving blood coins, but people should still be able to kill you. Maybe, you know, it'll just be like, maybe you lose blood coins or something. I don't know. Like it's not gonna be fun if it's like a bunch of level 60s doing their blood thingy grind, and then they could just go and kill a bunch of level 40s because they give blood or something. I don't remember what it was like in Saudi. I didn't actually, like, I went there, but I didn't, like, by the time I was doing it, it was kind of dead. So yeah. Should phases in Classic, sorry, next question. Should phases in Classic feature a limited time rotations, world events, for example, elemental evasions, AQ opening events, Scourge evasion? Yes. Don't impact the world at all. Maybe as long as they rotate and aren't permanent. These are great. So these are great are obviously the option. No option is the last option. In my opinion, I feel like the AQ opening should be enough for you to at least get like 20 people to get the Scarab Lord. I think it should be an event where you participate. It's not all, you don't maybe need a whole guild to do it, but you should be able to like do an event. Like, it's cool doing an event in WoW. Like, I'm talking about like modern WoW, like retail, where they'll give you a mount or something. Like, I'll give you guys an example. Like, we had Pandaria remix, or we had Legion remix, right? They had limited time stuff there. We don't know if it'll ever come back. We probably, you know, we might think, but I think it's okay for them to add these kind of things, make it limited, or make it like ambiguous, right? Like, we don't know when it will come back, but if it does, maybe, you know. Like, I think it's okay for them to add something like that, you know. I do think so. The reason why I say that is because if you look at how to word this, if you look at so like AQ is sweaty and it's fun. Like, the opening to get the Scarab Lord, it is fun, but it's very degenerate, which is fun. Like, that is fun. There's a fun part about degeneracy and limited availability, but adding stuff for like other people. So like, let's say they add the Scarab Lord mount again, maybe it's limited, but then they add like the silver scarab for like everyone who participated, you know. Like, you just had to like be there for it, you know. Maybe you don't get the gong or whatever, you know, or something like that. And I think that would be fine, because you won't get the Scarab Lord title, or maybe you would maybe get like just the scarab, you know, or maybe the rarer, maybe the silver one is like even harder to get, and then the regular Scarab Lord is more easier, and then it can be like the Scarab Overlord, you know, something like that. I think adding like a certain level of like, here's a title, here's a thing. It's not like welfare like mounts and stuff. Like, it shouldn't be easy. It should still be hard. It should just be like, I don't know, you were there, you participated, you turned in X amount of resources and partook in someone else getting their Scarab Lord. Like, everyone else gets like you get your limited thing, but then everyone else gets like a little like hand-me-down like quests, you know, kind of version. And then it's just like, and you can get both if you have the like the main Scarab Lord. You can get both maybe, or something, you know. I think these are fine. I think the Scourge event is great. I think like some of the greatest events in WoW happen when there's like the blood, like a Hakar, like the blood thingy is like super popular, like even amongst non-WoW gamers. All those evasions, like the pre-patch evasions, we got like Wrath of Lich King, Legion had like their invasions. I think those are fine, but they can't like be in the world constantly, you know. I think they should have some like, it's like that MMO that came out after WoW was called Rift. Rift had like, it was like the whole game was like, there's a Rift opening, go do the Rift. And then literally World of Warcraft was just a better game, and then they took that idea and added it into their game. Like, WoW literally just stole off of Rift, and Rift was like super good. Like, so Rift was like, quote unquote, like the closest WoW killer, and it didn't even come close, to be honest with you. But it was like, it was pretty good, and it didn't age well, but it was pretty good. I remember all my friends who were PvPing back then. We all like, you know, and then you can like, I think you can choose like pretty much any class, like race combo, and you just, you know. But yeah, so oh man, WoW back then, man, that was good times. I think playing all the like other MMOs, I'm really happy that I, like, if I had to go back and do everything, I would probably play more vanilla. I would probably try to get into WoW earlier, like, and actually have the brain I have now. It would be much better. But, and I probably like play something like Fury Prot Warrior or something, you know, and do BWL and tank and maybe raid lead. But I was like 15 years old. I don't think like, or 15, 14 even. I was, you know, I was just a little kid. Like, no one would listen to me. But, you know, yeah, it was good times. It was good times. I appreciate all the older WoW players who put up with us kids who are now even older, but now we're like, you know, like the 34-year-olds. How many like 30 to 40-year-olds play WoW? You know, it's like, it's probably the majority, right? That being said, should the phases that Classic Plus progress through change the world in a permanent way, e.g., like the Cataclysm? I think I have a take on this. I think the Cataclysm level is too big. I do like when the zone changes, but it's like when WoW does it, it always feels artificial. Like the phasing, they try to make it seamless, and it always feels artificial. Like I don't know if you guys get that. So the options are: no, Classic Plus should always retain the old feel, the old world feel. Yes, let the world evolve. No, I think after a while it could evolve, but I don't think you should like change it. I think it can be like Hyjal in Hyjal and Cataclysm is a good example of the world changing and it felt more natural. Like it's like kind of chill, and then it like even Vaj and all those like zones change. But I think Hyjal did it the best, where it's like if they do Hyjal, they can have it be literally like Kata Hyjal, and I wouldn't even be mad. Like there's the Firelands, Ragnaros comes back, you know, like they can do like a Firelands patch, but for vanilla, and it's like all the Firelands mobs are there. They can do the freaking Neptulon raid that they never brought, because people just hate underwater. Like people just like WoW players. Well, they will tell Blizzard they hate something, and then Blizzard would just be like, "Nah, dude, we're not doing it." Then like we don't want this, except for like adding WoW tokens. They don't care about that. They will add it even if we ride, they'll add that. Like the freaking what was that Storm Mount made more money than StarCraft 2 sales. The freaking crack horse, the cocaine horse, whatever people call it, the celestial steed. Yeah, that's pretty crazy. Anyways, so yeah, no, Classic Plus should always retain that old feel. Yes, I'm trying to like read it, so it sounds like I'm reading it. Instead of like, yes, so, yes, let the old world evolve, no option. So, I'm not sure. I don't want them to do Cataclysm. I would say no. Let Classic. I would say for the most part, no. I'm okay with some change. I don't want to give an option. I would say I'm leaning more no. So yeah. I'm not sure about the factions, races and faction survey. Did we do this one already? I'll need to go back and look, but because I should be like looking at the previous video to see if I covered it, but I don't think I did. So we will skip this one, because usually I would retake it on video, but if I haven't done it, no, it will be in the next video, so it'll be in part 4. So we're gonna do talents and professions. Okay, now the classes and talents I think would be the most. This is probably gonna be my favorite survey, because I really like. I think this is when I think of Classic Plus. I obviously want new content. Like just give me like, you know, the new stuff. But what I really want is for classes to feel better. Now I'm probably gonna play Rogue, and if they don't change, if they just let me keep combo points, I'm like good enough, you know. Like if they give me Tank Rogue, I'm good enough. If they give me Enhancement Shaman, that's fun to play. Elemental Shaman, that's more fun to play, like can sustain itself in raids. I probably want to play those. And I probably would want to like because I'm into Shamans right now. I don't know what it is with Shamans, but I'm into Shamans right now. I like bringing Wind Fury and stuff. But what I would say is like Paladin needs Crusader Strike, Paladin needs Divine Storm. I ain't touching Paladin if it doesn't have both of them. Even if I have to wait till 60 to get Divine Storm, I wouldn't mind, you know, if it's a quest. But as soon as Paladin gets Divine Storm, if they do, I'm making an alt and playing Paladin, like the moment I find out. And I would like the buffs to be changed. Like that's some certain stuff, class, talent changes. There was something I was thinking about earlier, actually, before I actually started recording the video, and it was about it was just about like, what was it? I think it was like totems, like how annoying they are when we get like Librams and stuff. That would be fine, you know. Like I like having the totems in the bag, but I don't like having them out in the bag. I'm really weird like that. Like I think it's class fantasy, but I feel like we should get like idols and Librams and relics a bit earlier, right? Like totems, you should have a totem put in your slot, and then you can just throw your other totems in the bank, you know, like, you know. I'm trying to think of what it was I said, but I'll get back to it if I do remember it. Or maybe I'll just write it in the comment section, like on my own video, so you might see me writing a comment there. And if you like this video, you've been watching it so far, I really appreciate it. You're such a king or a queen, or a Wrath of Lich King, or Lich King or Lich Queen, or, you know. Thank you for watching. I appreciate it. Don't forget to leave a comment if you made it so far. I really appreciate it. I really truly appreciate it. Thank you. Now we'll get back into the survey. So classic plus survey, classes and talents. How would you rate the class balance of World of Warcraft? Rate the class balance of vanilla World of Warcraft. Okay, so obviously it's terrible, right? But there is some beauty in this terribleness, right? For example, my friend who played Shadow Priest, he hated that Shadow Priest was just super shit. He just hated it. He thought it was shit. He didn't see any point. And it sucks to play Shadow Priest. I think them in TPC, like playing a Shadow Priest, you feel more happy playing a Shadow Priest in TPC. But like in vanilla, you know, like bring the mana battery, let them do damage, like let them, like why not? And I think this hybrid tax sort of like excuse, I feel like the hybrid tax should be, don't expect to be top DPS every pull, but be competitive. Like you should be able to beat, if you're the best Shadow Priest, you should be able to beat the mediocre warriors and the average warriors, but not the best warriors, you know, etc. You know, like if you're pure DPS class, your job is DPS, then yes, I can agree like to some level, but that doesn't mean like if everyone is bad in your guild and you're the best player in your guild and you're playing Shadow Priest, you should be the best DPS in your guild by far. Like it shouldn't even be like, you know what I mean? But then again, it's vanilla, so how complex it is. But and when I say there's beauty in the fact, because I know I'm contradicting myself here maybe a little bit, someone's gonna be like, you know, actually you're contradicting. Like, listen, when I say there's beauty in like some classes being good and overpowered and the imbalance being good, even though it, you know, it's like not fun for some people, if I put it that way. So the imbalance part, I would say, me personally, right? This is just me personally. I would say that, so in classic, because there's imbalance, right? Because there's imbalance, there should be, what's the word I'm looking for? There should be strong classes that do certain things. So like Rogue, for example, is really good at PvP. And I'm going to use Rogue, and I feel like you're getting stun locked by Rogue, you don't have a trinket, unlucky, you know, you're just gonna get fucked. And I think that's fine, right? You know what you're getting into. You can trail and keep fighting rogues, and then when you get better and you kill your average rogue, you might have to fight better rogues, and then you realize how impossible it is to kill a rogue. But if you're good at the game, like you're a mage or something, you should be able to like beat them, you know. And I think the drawback is like rogue is bad at AoE, right? And I think that's fine. Like they have that cooldown that they have, right, for combat, right? Combat rogue, you know, is pretty popular, so they'll, you know, for the most part, they'll have a decent AoE, but for the most part, they're actually pretty not good at AoE. Not compared to like a warrior, mage, warlock, you know. And I think that's healthy. I think that's a healthy mindset to have in a game where, let's say you have something, let's say you have something like Red Paladin, right? Let's say they get Divine Storm at some points, you know? Like, they don't have to make Divine Storm super strong. It can also heal. Like, it can be like Divine Storm, 50% of the damage is healing, and then it's like a cleave, you know, a 3-target cleave, or whatever, you know? Or like they can maybe like scale the AoE down like they did in like later patches, but like cap it off at like, it can only hit like, if it hits above 8 targets, or if it hits above 5 targets, it'll do significantly less damage, you know? So there's like a way where you're like, oh, there's 4 targets, you maybe don't want a Divine Storm, or you just want to press it on cooldown, you know? And I think that, like, for example, warriors can't sustain themselves, but they are like the best warriors, even though they're not even like they're like a hybrid class as well, because they have like, they technically should suffer from hybrid tax. Because it's like, yeah, you see warrior and you think, well, yeah, it's a DPS class, but it's actually a hybrid class as well. Like, it is able to tank. Like, Fury is the tank spec, pretty much, right? So, you know, and I want them to be like, I want Paladin to be fun. I don't want a prop Paladin to like not be able to play prop. I want them to play the prop Paladin, run in, consecrate taunts, whatever. Don't let it be like a mana struggle as well. Just let them have their fun. Like let mana be a thing if they're trying to like heal or do some buffs or whatever. But like, you know, just give them the tools, make them good, but then make them bad at like single target tanking or something, or make them bad at something else, you know. Maybe they're just a bit more squishy, or if they want to do good damage, they'll need to like go into like spell power prop, you know. And I think that's fine. Like whatever paladins want. Like I'm not even a prop paladin, so I'm not even gonna speak for you guys. I'm just like, portraying, because I would play red, and I like holy, and I like vanilla holy. But what I would do personally is I would let people vote again, and I've brought this up, and I'm going to bring this up in every video. If you own a version of Classic Plus, that's you paid for it, or you're like a constant player of these versions of the game, not retail players. You own an account. Blizzard should just do an in-game survey that is connected to your account, where your number is attached to your survey. So if your surveyor 10,001, right? Like you did your survey 10,001, right? When your number gets added into the survey, your vote matters, and I think you should be able to vote if you're playing Paladin. Actually, I might even go so far as to be like, yeah, if you're Paladin play, then you get to vote, and your vote counts as like 2 or even 3, you know? So the people who are actually playing their class, who are actually playing vanilla, who are playing Classic Plus, who are playing like Sword and Psalm, and even like the rat, because and this is not me trying to like distinguish us from retail players. It's just that I don't think retail players who are not interested in it should be able to vote. I don't think they should be able to be like, well, I've been playing retail only and I wanted to get into Classic. I feel like once they buy Classic and they're in, then they have all the rights to vote as well, you know? But I do think that's how they should do stuff. And then they should give you like an option like, should we give Divine Sum to Paladins? And if the majority of Paladins say no, you know, or the majority of player base say no, you know, fuck them. If it's going to ruin their class, if it's going to do whatever. But I personally think if you like, you know, if you like Classic Plus, you and you're dedicated to it, then you should be able to vote to some degree. And if you just own Classic Plus and then you're voting and you don't care, you're just trolling, that's fine too. But at least you like put in your 10 cents, you know. That should be like at least a stepping stone, you know. And this is assuming that Classic Plus is going to be buy to, like, you know, you have to buy the game and then, you know, then you have a sub there. If there is a sub, by the way, like the subs are split, they might try to raise the sub somehow, but if I'm choosing between retail or classic, like all the other stuff, or Classic Plus, like just a Classic Plus sub, I'm unsubbing from retail and I'm going to just sub to Classic Plus. So I don't think they should do that. Like, I'm just losing out, you know. So that's just me, my own personal take. It is what it is. So anyways, let's get back to the survey again. I'm not trying to make it too long. We let's see, it's 37 minutes in. Let's continue. So do you think any balancing needs to happen in Classic Plus? If so, how should they be balanced? Okay, so how would I do this without actually like let's see here. I would say balancing needs to happen. Every class needs to be a little bit stronger, just like in terms of like, except for warrior, maybe like warrior, maybe rogue, like they need their love too. Like there's some aspects that would make them, I can't see any flaws in warrior. Like I'm trying to think, what would warrior want? Like they have everything, like they're the gods. I don't think everything should be toned up to warrior's level, but I do think like you should be able to pump a warrior at some point. Like if there's recklessness and stuff, okay, maybe not, but you know, like if you're playing elemental shaman and you have like your cooldowns up, you know, you have good gear, like why not let the freaking elemental shaman pump? You know, I might play elemental shaman then, like, you know, there's we need more shamans, like what the fuck, you know. Also give us bloodlust in Classic Plus. Like I feel like bloodlust in Classic could just be so, it's such a cool and iconic ability that when I first came back to vanilla, like 2019, and I didn't play all of vanilla, but when I came back, I always thought that bloodlust existed in vanilla. Like I I played vanilla back then, but I didn't play shaman and I didn't understand what bloodlust or heroism was. And I was like, wait, I never seen this buff. But I remember seeing it and I'm like, yeah, maybe where's the bloodlust? And it's like, there's no bloodlust. It's like, fuck, there's no bloodlust in Classic. You know, one thing I would like for warrior, and this would actually heavily make me want to play warrior, is if we get Fury to have a Titan's grip talent tree. Like, let me dual wield two-handed. I will 100% drop every class and play warrior again. I love the fact that I can hold two-handed weapons, and I feel like the one-handed weapons should go to like yeah, okay, I'm taking Red Retribution Paladin, maybe give them like dual wield or something. Like give Red, you know, 2 hammers, or hammer and sword. You know, that'd be pretty cool. But like, let the warriors be like the gods of dual wield, man. Holy shit! Like, why the fuck do I want to hold 2 one-handed weapons when the solution is always a bigger weapon when you play warrior, so you can hold 2 fucking two-handed weapons. That's such a Chad thing, dude. Like, holy shit, that literally made me main warrior. As soon as that came out in Wrath, I was like, dude, I'm done, dude. I'm playing freaking... Dude, Titan's Grip was amazing, dude. Like, when I found that out, it was like mid-Wrath as well. I didn't even know that was a thing to like mid. And I saw someone with Armageddon. I was like, what? I was so amazed. Actually making me want to pick my warrior right now. But yeah, so... Yeah, give warriors two-handed weapon. Let it be like a class quest or something. Boom, you know. And they should even go around like the Wrath of Lich King. They should even go around the Wrath of Lich King path. It should be something like... It should be like this, right? Where you have 2 two-handed weapons, okay? You get 2 two-handed weapons. But if you're a prop paladin, you can dual wield shields. You know, and arms just has to use one-handed weapons. One-handed, one two-hander. Sorry, that's just like arms icon. Like it's just, but they make arms like crazy. Like make arms like everything. Like I'm not even an arms warrior player, but make arms just like crush your armor. You know, like you're literally the Slayer archetype. You know, you're just fucking big sword, meaty, fucking. You know, actually, arms should get their own weapon type. Arms arms should get a 4-handed sword. I'm just saying, like arms swords need to be so big that like it would look ridiculous next to anything else. Like you're a human and you're holding a weapon the size of a Tauren. That's how ridiculous, and I'm all for it. Like give arms like you know how there's like great swords and shit. Arms needs a fucking buster sword, dude. Like Cloud Strife, huge ass fucking sword. It's not about the size of the sword, it's how you use it. No, arms don't give no fuck. Arms wants big sword energy, and honestly, maybe even Fury as well. Just actually, why even dual wield a 2-handed weapon when you can hold a fucking 4-handed? And it should be only warriors that can use it. Warriors should be the only class that gets to wield these. Fuck pallies, they get 2-handed weapons. Fuck them, you know. Fuck me. Fuck Pally. Alright, my rant is over. I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry. That's what class balance should be. And when you get slapped by a fucking two-handed weapon, dude, like that fucking that meaty auto, like that rage bar should be going up. Like it would be slow, but it's like BAM! BAM! And then you're getting hit with each of them, and then the rage bar is like, it's like overwhelming. It's like overwhelming power, you know? And yeah, just let them do flurry, let them do their freaking... I would like to have Bladestorm as well. I'm sorry, like, I know it's a Wrath thing or whatever, like, just give me Bladestorm, dude. It's not Warrior without Bladestorm. I'm sorry, but it's just not, dude. Bladestorm is so peak, dude. And I guess I would want it for Fury. I know it wouldn't be for Fury, but I would try my best. Like if I had to choose Titan's Grip or Bladestorm, it would be hard because I would want both on Fury Warrior. Really like a talent for arms. It's just like, here, you get to hold like the strength allows you to hold bigger weapons or something, and then it's like it makes all your 200 weapons just really big. It's like a talent tree that also visually makes your weapons big. So every single weapon on arms just looks even bigger. It's like a 50% growth size on each weapon. It's like, what the fuck? Did you just take steroids or Viagra or something? Like, what the hell? Anyways, I'm gonna get into it. Like, I want tank warlock as well. I wouldn't mind tank rogue, but I wouldn't really play that. If I could choose, I'd probably play a tank warlock over everything else. Give us prot pallies. Let Feral Druid be able to tank properly. Warriors, they can tank good already, but like, give us prot warriors, well, like, let them be fun. Like, give us like dual wheel fucking shield fucking prot warrior, dude, but you're just like the shield god. You just have 2 shields, you're beating people with like a shield, you're gonna use the fist weapon animation, you're gonna block, you know, with the shield, you're gonna have all the prot warrior stuff, and you're just like a super tank. You imagine like walking around with this big fucking chunky ass arms, and there's like 2 fucking like shields on each side, and you're just like, yeah, like a big Tauren warrior, so he's just there like, yeah, it's up. Have you seen a Tauren fucking punch people? Dude, that shit look like it hurt, bro. He's like laying into your face, dude. Anyways, let's get back into the survey. This video is not gonna be short. I'm sorry, I was lying the whole time. This survey is fucking cooked already, dude. Like, this video is cooked. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoy this shit, but yeah, anyways, let's get into it. So, so do you think any balancing is needed to happen in Classic Plus? If so, how should they be balanced? Okay, so the options are no balancing needed, keep it the same, true balance, everything, close, Close in DPS. Sorry. Some classes can be better in single targets or cleave than others, but mostly similar. I like that one. Classes can have a different damage profiles, but they all need important utility, so you bring them. I like all of these options, dude. I like all of these, except for the first one. The true balance, everything close to DPS. I like that some classes should be similar. I would go with this one, because it's like some classes can be better single target or cleave, but mostly similar. I want them to be close. I want them to all be competitive. You know, like let there be like, you know, like a patch or like a gear setup where it's like, okay, you do tier 2, but tier 2 for rogue or whatever, you know. Hey Chopper, what's up? I'm doing a little survey thing. It's on YouTube, so hello. You're on YouTube now. Get wrecked. Get wrecked, as someone might say. Anyways, so yeah. Let some classes be, you know, sort of buffed. Like, again, I think you should be able to be competitive, but it should be like easier for like warriors should definitely just have the most sort of crazy steroid shit going on in their body, right? Like they should just be like, yeah, you funnel the shit into the warriors do damage. But I'm sorry, but I don't want to be classic. I don't want to, oh, one call. Okay. Sorry about that. I don't, for me, this is me personally. I've been playing For Honor after, by the way. This will be done in like 30 minutes. So I don't want it to be like, hey, this thing is not viable because blah 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 blah, you know, or like, you can't be like, we only need one feral druid. Like, I don't want it to be like that. And I also don't want it to be, if it's classic plus and there's fucking like in a 40-man raid there's 29 warriors, dude, I'm sorry, but I'm not playing that shit, dude. I'm sorry. As much as I love warrior, I really love fucking warrior. It is literally my most played class, and I didn't even play it in vanilla. It's like I have like this add-on that shows my time played for all my classes, and I logged into each character so it like accumulates each time. Warrior was like by mine, and I have one fucking warrior, right? So I'm just saying, I'll play warrior. I was aiming to play rogue, actually. That would be my class choice. I'll probably do like a class picking thing at the end of maybe the end of the survey. We can, you know, spoilers if you're gonna watch that, but you know, unlucky. But yeah, if there's any new classes, they'd be obviously very tempting. All the leaks they're talking about, there's currently this talk about this like what was this class called? It's like a rogue, but it's like a range. It's like a hunter, but it's like melee range hunter, melee and range hybrid. I think it's called Scout or something. It looked very interesting. It reminded me of demon hunters from Diablo. I hope they use like 2 crossbows. Also, like, give us more weapons. Like, dual crossbows is so cool. You know, like, I don't care if it's like later or like, you know, at some point, or if it's just like a weapon type for a specific class, like Warglaives for demon hunters. For me personally, I think Warglaives should just be swords, and then they should have like glaive looking options, right? And I think like if there's a new class, like a new range DPS, I personally think, yo, thank you for the follow. I personally think that, so let's say there's a new range class, right? Like a hunter competitor, right? Who's competing for crossbows, bows, and guns, right? Like, let's say the scouts could only use bows and crossbows, right? Maybe guns as well. Let's just say guns optional, right? Maybe they need to be like a certain spec, right? What I would suggest, and this is the biggest thing I would suggest, right? What I would suggest is this. You have 2 classes. Like, hunters always need bows. Like, obviously melee classes want bows just for the stats and to like pull stuff, but you know, you just want it for the stats. You can pull it with, because you're doing one shot if you're pulling as a tank, right? You're shooting and then you're going behind a wall, right? I know rogues, they should obviously just go for throw weapons. They should add throw weapons that have more stats, you know. But so you have a class that's competing with bows and a hunter, but the new class would use crossbows like on its arm, or it can be like a class that uses two like range weapons. So it can be like using a bow or crossbow, or using two crossbows. And what it would do is it would have like either like two crossbows on its wrists, or a crossbow on its back, and then they can use like a bow, and then they can switch over to the crossbow for like stuns and certain abilities. And then like you will just seamlessly do it depending on what key inputs you have, or you'll have like for example, in Black Desert, you'll have like classes in Black Desert have like 3 weapon types, right? So it's like crossbow. So we have like a glove. A class that uses a glove and a crossbow, like a hand crossbow. So he has a glove in one hand and a hand crossbow on a glove. But then his third weapon, which he can rotate by just pressing C, is he'll take his weapon out from his back, and then he'll use the longbow that he has. So he has actually like a longbow. And I feel like if they add, and I know you're thinking like your brain just turned off, like what the fuck is he talking about? Like I'm just thinking about like how other games do these sort of things and how WoW can actually do this, because a lot of things in WoW, like they want WoW very simple. Now this could be something just for retail, but I do think like if they add new classes and it's Classic Plus, like I don't feel like you should go into Classic Plus wanting just Classic. It's not going to be Classic ever like that again. It's going to be its own amalgamation of whatever it is, right? So for me, at least in my opinion, Classic Plus needs to add more. Like it can't be SOD. It can't be overpowered like SOD. I mean, eventually it would be, but you know, it needs to add that next level. So yeah. But anyway, so let's get back into the survey. I'm actually going to just try to complete this survey now. So some classes can do better for single targets or cleave or the. Okay, so if you have a true balance is true balance sounds very homogenized. That's my biggest fear with vanilla. It's like it can't be homogenized. It can't be like numbers are easy to tweak. People act like numbers are super hard. Like you can change stuff. Like they can have a patch. They should patch in so that it separates like PvE damage to PvP damage. So like if you're doing crazy damage on bosses, you shouldn't feel like you're doing less damage because you're doing too much damage in PvP. They should just have it so that in PvP, like in a BG or whatever, your stats are reduced, you know? Or in open world, you just get the full damage, but in a battleground scenario, and it should specify like, this attack does 1000 damage. And then it should specify damage reduced by 30%. So you just, you're going to hit for 700. Like it's just, it's just whatever it is, 15%, 10% on some skills, 50% on some skills. Like they can easily tweak stuff if they find it's too busted. Like if you're going into BG, like in SOD, you're just getting one shot. I'm pretty sure I've seen footage of SOD where it's just like everyone is tweaked out on gear. You walk next to someone, you breathe on them, and they die. And they have good gear as well. It's not like Imbalance or some newbie or a twink. It's just like you just hit so hard in SOD that one shot is all you need, but yeah, anyway, so which of the following talent trees in your opinion, what did I just say? In your onion, in your opinion, needs major revamping? Fuck, dude, I'm gonna choose everything. I think Arcane, Holy, Shaman's Demo, Feral Druid, Fire Mage, Rets, Disc. Subtlety is okay, but Rest of Shaman, I don't mind. I can't really talk for healers. Fury Warrior, Balance Druid needs it. We could choose Survival as well. Did I choose all the Hunter specs? Holy Priest is fine. BM Hunter maybe. I don't know what Rest of Druid. I don't know what Rest of Druid needs. Affliction Warlock, Rest of Shaman, Subtlety Rogue, Prot Paladin, Shadow Priest. Enhanced with Shaman, Destro Lock. Is Destro? I don't know. Prot Warrior. Prot Warrior needs some love. For sure. I think all the other classes seem fine. I don't know. I'm going to choose Affliction because I don't know. I don't want to talk about this. All the demo locks. All the Shamans. I would like them to rework these two. But I don't think they need to. I would like them to rework a lot of classes, if not all. Like, they need to, sit down and tweak on each class, Should new roles... By the way, you guys should go do this survey. If you're playing WoW, and you're listening to me, and you have another survey, just do it. Go do it. It's actually super helpful. like getting more numbers, more votes is actually really helpful. Should new rule come with some classes to be added in Classic Plus? Check all if you'd like to see. So give me Tank Shaman, give me Tank Warlock, Tank Paladin, Healing Mage is fine. Other pitch in the content pages. I'm okay with melee hunter. Like I don't mind it. Like Tank Rogue, I wouldn't play it, but I liked how it looked. But it's not like evading everything is kind of funny. It's basically monk, so maybe. I mean, if I get Thunder Fury, then yeah, I fucking need for Thunder Fury. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Make fucking Fury Warrior. Like I want to kind of put Fury Warrior as well. Like revamp it. Give it fucking. Does arms need love? That's the question. I would fucking rework everything, honestly, dude. How many classes do we fucking have? How many specs? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. What's that? 18, 27. I have 27 specs in WoW. I don't know if that's. I feel like it was either more or less than that. I'm not sure. I thought it was maybe more than that, but yeah, I guess each class 3 is like what, 9 classes? Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Should classes receive a new adjustable? Should classes also? I feel like disc should go. Actually, is disc? Did I put disc somewhere? Yeah, I did. Okay. I think disc should get like their damagey thing. Run Discord contact. Yeah, sure, bro. For sure. Should classes receive new adjustable abilities to make their rotations more interesting, as they did or tried to in Season of Discovery? Yes, dude. Future expansions. Yes. No option. Yes, of course they should. They should definitely make their rotations more fun. If new abilities get added, how should they be learned? Honestly, experiment, try different things, unlock through exploration, e.g. sword runes. I'm gonna be honest. I think the rune system is fine. I think people just like to fucking complain. I'm sorry, but WoW players, you guys suck sometimes, bro. Like you actually fucking like meta game the enjoyment out of fucking games, dude. Like the rune system was fucking cool. Like going and doing something, not just like I walk to my class trainer, I have 15 gold, I spent 10 gold on skills. Oh, like dude, what? Dude, walking and like unheating a murloc to learn a fucking fire spell is way more cooler. That was super creative. Like, okay, they could add, like, if it's annoying to do it, give it a quest. That's cool. You know, it's annoying because it's a quest. The runes were fucking peak, in my opinion. Like, how many people had to go and do the freaking Paladin? I remember, what was that rune from Paladin? I don't remember the name of it right now because I don't actually play Paladin, but I was watching. They had to go to like this place in Dark, what was it? Dark, Duskwood, sorry. Go to Duskwood, and then there was like this like tomb thing, and you had to like go there on like level 30 or whatever, and it's like you unlock it because, and I think that was like a natural way, like, and then they just like put the runes on the vendor, and everyone just like bought them, and then you were like overpowered at level 1. I can agree, like some things should be just given to you like very early on, but it was so cool, like going and like imagine if we get a rune that's only available at like 60. And like a certain patch, like I don't know, like in Blackwing Lair, you kill it and then you get like a Dragon Slayer rune, and it's just like you're a hunter, so you just like you get like to tame dragons or something. Like what? That'd be so cool. Like you're like you just go there with a fucking dragon pets and fucking breathe fire on motherfuckers. Like what? That is so cool. Like honestly, like and it should be like a BM thing. Maybe I don't know. Just however they're gonna add it down. Like, but yeah. Or maybe it should make sense. Like maybe you can have it on other specs, but it should make the most sense having it on BM. I think people like that they can have options as well. Like people like options. You can just like, oh, I'm gonna play this version of like the tank warlock where it's like drain fire or affliction or drain tank, or it's like the lake of fire warlock tank. Like I don't remember all this stuff in Sword anymore, but some of the shit is just so cool. You know, and then there should be like some specs that's like, okay, tank shaman is the earth, lightning is like elemental, and the wind is like enhancement, wind and fire, or whatever, you know. Like sure, and then let elemental be like the god of like lightning. Let that be like chain lightning and like all the shit I love about retail elemental is like they have to do a lot for me to like elemental in vanilla, and it's like one of those classes where it's so mediocre when you play it, and like okay, yeah, you can press your one button elemental mastery fucking whatever overload, and then you can just one shot someone in PvP. That's, you know, it's haha, you press it, you did it like 10 times, and now it's like kind of, you know, it's just like, it's like it loses its charm, right? It doesn't feel like Bladestorm on Warrior, where it feels good every time you press it. And they need to like add that. They need to just, I don't know, experiments, try different things. I would say that Trainer is fine, Quest is fine, Rune is fine, you know. This should just be a mix of all of the above, you know, just all of the above. Like, give us all of it. Let it be a class stress, let it be an epic storyline, let it be a, you know, rock the law, let it be a freaking whatever. How would you feel if talent trees in Classic Plus were larger, meaning that they went further down, required more investments? I am okay with this, but like, people are going to metagame the fuck out of it. I would say remove some of the shittier talent trees, like the really shit ones that you will never pick. Make them either baseline or make them combine them with something else, and then like have people like I like, so the thing about like Wrath and TBCs, I like that you're in one talent tree and you start branching into the next one. I think that's super cool, because you could be a Fury Prot warrior, or you can be a Fury Arms warrior, or you can be a Kebab warrior, or you can be a, you know, like a Kebab Arms, you know, a dual wheel arms, right? Like, there's so many cool things. I feel like there's so many cool things, and taking from other specs is pretty cool. You know, I do think that's pretty cool. So no, don't change talent trees. Not sure, depending how they implemented. If they give us more talent points, could be cool. I'd love that. Not sure how to. I'm not sure. Depends how they're implemented. If they give us more talent points, that'd be cool. I would be okay with more talent points, and this is the biggest thing for me. And I think I've said this in previous videos, but if they added, so this is how I see it. If this is a big if they add it, it should be through prestige. It should be like at 60, you do some certain things, etc., etc., etc. It should be very slow. You should maybe get like within a year, you should maybe get like 2 extra talent points, and then it should be like there should be some that's like achievement based, like you've killed certain things or you've done a certain quest line or class quests, and then there should be ones that are just like account wide, that like, let's say at level 10 you'd have like, when you unlock talent points, you'd already have like your prestige talent points ready, so you'll just be pushing. I know it's not very Classic Plus. I think there's some cool variation to it, and I think there is some sort of like is it like super powerful? Like, it can be, because you can go into like a certain tree, and but I think that's like a charm as well of it. And then eventually, I think you should have like extra 10 talent points, but it should be like over the course of like 10 years, you know, and have it just be given out. And I know a lot of people are gonna be like, no, that's stupid, that's overpowered. Don't add player power to blah blah. Like, player power, if it's power or something, is lame. But this is Classic Plus, where you're staying on these level 60 characters forever, right? For the most part. I'm not thinking we're ever gonna get a classic TBC, right? Or a TBC Plus or whatever, right? So I think I do think that they need to give us some more talent points, and I do think that they should be able to like it should either be character specific, and then also like maybe you can be like the cap would be like 5 from class specific, and then 5 just like an overall account talent tree, right? Where you're getting like maybe 5 maximum, so a total of 10. But this is like, you know, you did one class, you did a quest, you got to 60, you did this, and then you did that, and then it's like, and then it should reward your alts as well via the account wide talent points, but they should be separate from like your other talent points. So you're like, if you're playing your warrior and you unlock, let's say, 2 account wide talent points, or 3, let's say, because you've been playing for so long, and your warrior gets to use them as well. But like, let's say if you started playing your little red paladin or whatever, I think that's fine. And they should just be talent points that you get to like just to use in your actual tree. Like, just like they'll be like they'll be like on a separate little thing, and maybe you can lock it behind not using it at till 60, or you can have it be unlocked at level 10 when you can use talent points, you know, something like this. I think that would be great. Clip it and chip it. How would you feel if each talent tree, and I don't know if this is part of the survey, by the way, because I've never done this one, so if this is like further down the line, I guess, you know. So anyways, how would you feel if each talent tree had a capstone talent choice, meaning the bottom of the tree had 2 distinct talents, which of which you could only pick one? I am all for it. I think that's super good. Don't change talent trees. Not sure how they'd implement it. Sounds cool. I think it sounds cool. No option. Don't change talent trees. Sounds cool. I'm all for it. Like, let me choose between X or Y talent tree. I think the hero talent tree was super cool in retail as well. Like when you hit the last 10 levels or whatever, and then now like, and then how they added it in Midnight. How you like the next was it 10 levels? They go into each slot. So it'll be like your class talents, your spec talents, and then like your hero talent until you have an extra 3 trees, you know. And I think the last one was it spec? I don't know. The talent tree in retail is probably like, I'm not saying they should take that. Like hero talents would be cool, right? And they're all hero classes now, which is cool. Like, I do like that, but I do think like it can't be that. It can't just be what we have in retail. I'm all for like the hero talent tree specifically being its own little tree. I think that's cool, but it can't be how, like, they can't be the retail talent tree. It needs to be vanilla talent tree. So I don't want a full rework. I just want them to like look at Wrath and look at TBC talents. I basically just want Wrath. I just basically want Wrath in vanilla. Wrath classes in vanilla, pretty much. I want to play my Wrath and Lich King Death Knight and go and do Blackwing Lair and be a big dick. Okay? That's all I want. I'm sorry. That being said, should every class get movement, speed, talent, or ability? I think everyone should have some sort of small movement, like a roll or something. You know, like a little like a roll, but that, like retail doesn't have that. I would say I would rather it be not like this. That's like the kind of homogenization where it's like everyone gets a roll, or everyone gets a sprint, everyone gets a blink, everyone gets a teleport, everyone gets the heal, everyone does a good AoE, everyone can tank, everyone can heal, everyone can do this. Like I think that's when homogenization becomes too much. I would like to see some more options that make sense. I think shamans should have like a sprint, like they have their like feral sprints, but I don't think elemental and resto should get it. I think it should be an enhancement thing, not a baseline sprint, you know. So that's like the difference there. I think some classes should have that, but like something like a resto druid, you should be able to go into cat form and use your, you know, because that's natural, right? And feral druid should be very mobile, like feral druid outside, whatever. Also, I feel like we should have dark iron dwarves. I think we're gonna talk about that, but dark iron dwarves as a race, but for the horde and ogres as well, should be a thing. Maybe night elves can get nagas. Like the Kaldor that returned. Like, hey, we're actually night elves. Whoa, who would have guessed? That's crazy. So anyways, so yeah, so classes, I would say no, not every class should move quickly. Not sure, it depends how it's implemented. I would that's actually the first time I'm like kind of like nah, not really. No, I don't think everyone should have a sprint. There is already like aspect of the pack, there is already aspect of the cheetah, there is Paladin should get their Crusader aura though. I think that would be like, I think Crusader aura is good. It is peak, and I think that is healthy, you know. So yeah. Should Mass Resurrection be a spell in game? Yes. No option. No. Yes. Obviously. I think Mass Resing is just, maybe give it a cooldown or something, but like, who cares? Like sitting and rezzing each person, like it's annoying already to revive and hope you have like a white protection thing. I want to be playing hardcore though. Like I hope they launch with hardcore, because I'm gonna play that and then I'll go over to the normal server once I die. Like that's fine. But yeah, yes, for sure. Mass Resurrection, 100%. Should damage over time on healing spells have the ability to crit baseline? I want to say yes, but I also want to say maybe via like tier sets and stuff, or like a talent points for a specific spec. Let's say like Affliction can spec into it, but Demo and Destro can't. I don't know if they will ever do dots, but you know, let's say for example, I think it's healthy and I think it is fun. And if it's fun and it's healthy, then it should be added. That's why I see it. It's not gonna like, would it make them overpowered? Probably, you know. But then it's like you can tweak their numbers, you know, so that when they do have that talent point and spec and stuff, and it's like way too overtuned, they can just nerf it a little bit, like just nerf how much the damage is, you know. Or maybe it's like I don't know, maybe it's a 75% of a crit instead of an actual pure crit, you know, or whatever. I think that's fine. So the options are no hots and dots should crit, no opinion, yes, change it, allow them to crit, only if they make it a new talent that you can spec into. Something like this. I might yeah, like let rest of druids, the hots can crit. That's cool seeing a hot crit. Like it's so weird like it not being there, but obviously if you're playing vanilla only, like yes, that makes sense that you only want that. Oh god, this one is like really long. I think this is gonna be the longest video. Try and make it short, but it's actually the longest one. That's crazy. So should each class in Classic Plus have one spec tailored specifically for PvP? Yes, at least one spec should be good for PvP. No opinion. Sorry, no opinion, or no, it's important for class to represent. It's important for full class representation. I would say it's important for full class representation, but I don't think there should be a spec that's tailored specifically to PvP for each class. So, for example, like Disc could be the PvP pre-spec. It could also be the DPS healer spec, right? Some specs are just better at like PvP and some aren't. Like Balanced Druid I don't think is good at like, you know, like PvP for example, but Feral is or whatever, right? And I think Balanced Druid could be good for PvP, but it has to be large scale where they have like Starfall and they can dot everything with Moonfire, you know? And they should add Sunfire to the spec as well. I think that's just like Moonfire and Sunfire are just super cool. It's fun seeing the red beam and then the blue beam. And then Sunfire should just be weaker but AoE, and Moonfire should be single target and much stronger. But you should be able to like still apply Moonfire to everyone. So anyways, so yes, at least one spec should be in PvP. No opinion. No, it's not important for full class. I wouldn't say it needs to be good. That's like a weird thing, right? Is it good for PvP? I won't say it's not full. I want full class representation for PvP. I do think that's important for the game. I'm gonna have to put a no opinion on it. There's another option. We were asking you the question about your experience with each class depending on how well... Wait. Now we're asking you a question about your experience with each class, and depending on your answers, we'll present you questions about that class. The question specific make sure you know how to speak about its intricacies. We want to emphasize the goal is balance among classes. Think about your answer and consider if your choice beyond should be allowed, even if you might find exciting because you play that class. I actually play every single class except for Priest and... No, I would say I play every single class. I play every single class, but this is like crazy long. This is a whole ass video. I literally play. I'll do them all. I know this is not what they want. We want to emphasize and goal is balance among the classes. Yeah, I play them all. I can go over each class and when I played them even. I didn't play them in vanilla, so I don't know. Like, what do I add? Like, do I just play warrior in vanilla and some rogue? Because I didn't play rogue in endgame. I haven't played any real class in endgame except for warrior and hunter. So I'm not too sure. Disclaimer here. I'm just going to do them all for the content, but I have some experience with each of them. How would you rate Feral Druid's kit in vanilla? Solo content, I think it's pretty good in solo content. I think solo content is probably a 9. 5-man dungeon content, it's probably like a 7. Raid content, probably like a 7. PvP, probably like an 8. How would you rate vanilla? How would you rate vanilla Warcraft Druid in terms? I can't comment on this because I play one class, but I don't play the whole class. I just play the spec. I'm just gonna leave it even on 5. If I don't know, 5-man content, I think it's really nice. I think in 5-man it's actually pretty good, and I think in raid it's like the class you drop first. So I'll give it a 7. Solo content, maybe I drop it down. Like, you're not terrible. You're probably better than most healers. I'll probably give it a 6. Then PvP, I'm not too sure. I don't PvP and healer. If I'm playing a healer, I'm probably playing priest or pally, to be honest. How would you rate vanilla or balanced druid kit in terms of solo content? Probably give it a 4, to be honest. Maybe a 5 for dungeon. I'd probably give it a... No, it's not even above average. It's not even average. It's really bad. PvP, I'd probably give it a 3 even. Like, you have that talent that gives you mana back when you get hit. Druid. Should druids get a 4th talent tree specific for ranking? I think they should. I think it... No, leave it as feral. No opinion. Yeah, for sure. Should feral druids bleed be able to crit? Yes, within reason, right? So, yes, within the talent trees. Should... manual crom power be best for feral druids? No. I think they should fucking... Like, hear me out. You can have it in case you don't want to pay for like a haste potion, but I think they should rework haste onto feral druid, where it's like it's on par with the crowd pummeler, and you can just farm for crowd pummelers if you want. I don't feel like... And you shouldn't be able to... It should just be like... It should take the cooldown of a haste potion as well. You shouldn't be able to combine them. You shouldn't be able to do anything. Just... No. Straight up no. Just... I would rather no. Druids. Should power shifting be supported without the need of a wolf's head helm? Season the squirrels to enhance the helm with abilities. Power shifting... I'm torn between power shifting, like, even... Like, it's a vanilla thing, but it's like... Yeah, I don't know. Should feral druids have a class-specific consumable like Rogue's Disloyalty or Warrior's Mighty Rage Potion? I think no. I don't think they should get their own version of Disloyalty. I think it's kind of cringe. Like, that's too much homogenization. I don't think feral druid should be weaker though. I think you should be on par with a rogue using Disloyalty. You know, they need to make feral druid. The thing with feral druid is that it's like super, and I'm really opinionated on feral druid. So also this video is probably going to be like 2 hour long. I'm sorry, like there's no way I'm cutting into this in 40 minutes. I'm going to try my best, but yeah. What was I gonna say? So this one has its own like level, and I don't know how long these are because I haven't done them, so except for the ones that I have done, so I don't know. But if I don't, I probably would have just made a video just on this one and give it an hour and a half instead, because we did that first part. But back into it. So the thing with feral druid is that the playstyle for feral druid is very methodical. It's one of those playstyles that's like, it's like, hey, we want you to spin plates. Like the plates are like the dots, the energy, and you know, like the shifts. And you can rotate it like bear shifting, for example. I don't know if that's in vanilla though, because again, I've played a lot of feral druid, but there's not like full-on vanilla feral druid. I would say, because it's in Wrath, but it's not even that good in Wrath, and you just use a macro, and it's like, is it really, like, you're not really playing it, you're just hitting a macro like 4 times, and then it's back into bear form, you know? But it's like a cast sequence macro, right? But what was I gonna say? I feel like feral druid should go on the line of like crazy bleed AoE or crazy single target. Like you should choose, like there should be like a little like talent point, like halfway through the tree, which is like crazy AoE or crazy bleed, and you should just be able to spec in between them, whichever playstyle you want. So if you're doing a dungeon, you realize you give a bunch of AoE classes, you could be the single target guy, or if you guys want to do a speed run and AoE everything down, You know, that should be a thing, you know, and I say AoE with it, in relative terms in vanilla, right? And I think combo point should also stick onto your Feral Druid and not the targets. But yeah. No facility. I don't play much to Balance Druid. Should Balance Druid get more hit percent based baked into their talents? I think they should just get hit from Spirit. But sure, yes, why not? Should all Druids be able to train a mount form and run as fast as a mount? I feel like they have to pay the big fee, but they don't have to pay for the mount, and I think that would be fine. But if we're getting epic mounts, I'm talking about, like, that might be kind of crazy. I'll be okay with it. Like, I mean, maybe I'm biased because it's Feral Druid. Okay, Hunter. How would you rate Beast Mastery Hunter's kits in terms? I would say it's pretty good in solo. I would say it's pretty good in 5-man content. Probably even like maybe like a 9. I'd say it's 7. PvP, it's probably like a it's like a 6 maybe. Like, you couldn't really mess people up, but it's how would you rate Verna's survival marksmanship hunters kits? It's probably like a 7 in solo, maybe like an 8 in solo. It's still pretty good. Dungeon content, it's like a 8, 7 PvP. I like it in PvP more. So I'm gonna give it a 7 in PvP. How would you rate Vanilla Warrior Survival? I don't know about this one. I'm just gonna give them 5s. If I don't know, I actually don't play Survival. I'm just gonna give it a 5 across the board. It's the only way to like be, I guess, more yeah. Like, no opinion. Should hunters need to use a quiver and arrows in Classic Plus? I think yeah, like that's like the class fantasy. I don't mind not using them. The extra bag would be nice. Like, you just, you know, you're fucked. But it's like poisons, right? For me, it's like poisons and totems. It's like I'm using a whole bag though, but you know, I could just have a normal bag and just have, you know, it is weird. I don't know. It's the trade-off is I'm losing a bag slot to be a worse rogue and hunter and warrior. I feel like if this is the thing, I think Hunter should be like the top DPS. I do think that Hunter deserves to be up there with Rogue and Warrior. Like, vastly more damage because of how their kit is. But then, like, maybe, like, do we want to rework them? Like, give them mana, keep the mana. I like Mana Hunter, but Energy Hunter is fine too. So Hunter, if you were to change how range attacks would work, how would you change it? Leave it vanilla with melee 5 yards, with small dead zone 5 yards, and 8 yards, range 5 yards. Eliminate the dead zone, allow hunters to attack with range. No, eliminate minimum range, hunters will use their range weapons, allow them to 5 melee. Eliminate the dead zone, allow hunters to attack with their range weapons. Yeah, so I would say what we have, which is it in TBC? We have that. Either you're getting shot by an arrow or you're getting hit by a melee weapon. I don't think you should be able to dead zone a hunter. I don't think you should be able to like blast someone with all your range attacks as well. Like, because that's like the counter play is that you're weak at melee, right? And you should be a god at range. But if you're getting into a hunter's face, you should still be able to get melee. Like, hello, what? Like, does it even make sense? Like, if you're close range with a gun or a crossbow or what you call it? If you're close range with a gun, crossbow, or bow and arrow, like someone shoots you with a bow and arrow, and you're like you're still getting impaled. You're definitely getting impaled by a crossbow, and a gun you're just getting killed, right? Like, let's be real. Like, yes, bow and arrows are strong because they have to travel a bit, but their like optimal range is probably like for maximum damage, it's probably like what, 5 meters at most. So if you're 5 meters away, you're getting eviscerated by any bow, even a long bow. I'm pretty sure. Like, I'm not a bow expert, but like, it's the damage is zoop, you know, it's zoop. It falls off. Like, every weapon that is range falls off the further it goes. Anyways. What was I saying? I was just thinking about a nuke. Except for a nuke. Nukes can travel at this stuff. Um, should melee weaving be an option on playstyle and hunter? I think it should be. Yes. Wait, leave it option pause. Melee weaving is a waste of time. No, I think leave it. I think it should be melee weaving, but it should be like, if it's with the dead zone, it's much easier without the dead zone. It's not easier. It's more skill based, I guess. Like allow us to melee weave, but then it'd be like a specific hunter spec that does that, like survival or maybe BM, but not MM. I don't think MM wants a melee weave. Should trap hunters? Should traps be? Of course it should be. Come on, this is like a no-brainer. Should traps be usable in combat? Hello, you get one trap and that's it. Should hunter have a melee spec? No opinion. It's not a yes and it's not a no. I don't like it. We don't need more melee. I'm gonna put no opinion. I don't know. I don't know. Should Hunter. Should Beast Mastery hunters be able to tame exotic beasts? Yes, dude. Not sure. Depends on how they do it. Dude, yes. It's not a what? Just yes. Okay. Hunters. Should all hunters have the ability to scale? All hunter abilities scale with attack power, arcane shot, mongoose bite, etc. I think it should. I do think it should. I think it should. It feels good to be able to press like serpent sting, arcane shot, etc. It should scale with your AP, just like your pets. Hunters. Given hunters are able to use their ranged weapons. Their ranged weapon in melee range. Should hunters lose their ability to equip melee? Given hunters are able to use their ranged weapons in melee range. Should. No. I think it should be like you're meleeing them and then like you would shoot them with your gun or bow. They should never lose their melee weapons. I think the only spec that should lose its melee weapon should be MM, and it should be like, because they can, I don't know, their range weapon stats should just be off the charts, you know? Again, like specialization. Like you choose a talent tree, it's like, hey, lose all your blah blah blah, get double your range weapon stats, you know? It should be that. And I think a lot of people would be like, yeah, you know, happy with that, but I would not want that. I think it's cool having a melee weapon as a hunter, seeing it, but I do like seeing the quiver as well, which I like that about vanilla, because in other versions of the game you like lose the quiver, then you get it back if you have a certain weapon skin. It's weird. If Blizzard were to give hunters a legendary weapon in Classic Plus, which would you prefer it to be? Bow, gun? I mean, it's a bow, right? But I would choose bow. Like, I don't give a fuck about a gun. Maybe like a legendary crossbow would be kind of cool. I'd say crossbow, just to spice it up. Nah, we're choosing bow. Bow every time. Crossbow, I don't like guns, dude. Like, I'm not a gun person. I know there's some American hunters out there that are just like, yeah, America freedom. Like, have you heard fucking hunter, like, oh, guns in WoW, like vanilla WoW? They sound like running through Detroit. Like, what the frick, dude? Detroit in the 90s, dude. Like, what is that, dude? What is all of that? Hunters, should Blizzard change the pet system for hunters in Classic Plus from its vanilla iteration, and how so? No, they should leave it as is. No opinion. Yes, make it more complicated, make it simpler. Change this pet system. No opinion. I mean, leave it as it is. I don't really know. Like, make it simpler. I don't know. I don't really care. If they make it more complicated, I have no opinion. I don't really care. I'm not against or for any of them. Like, it is what it is. How would you rate Arcane Mage in terms of kits? I think their kit is actually pretty bad. Solo content, I think it could be better. Like, what is an Arcane Mage like? What, Pump Pyro? Is that even considered? That's a fire spec. Pump Pyro. Rate Fire Mage kit. I think Fire Mage is pretty fun. I think Fire Mage is, for solo content, is pretty bad, pretty mediocre. 5-man content, it's like a 6, but it's not as good. For raid content, it's a 7. PvP, I'll put like a 6 as well. We rate Frost Mages in terms of kits, in terms of vanilla. Solo content, it's a 10, dude. 5-man content, it's a 10. Raid content, it's probably like a 9. Actually, I might change Fire Mage. PvP, it's probably like an 8. Actually, no, it's probably a 10, actually. I will put Mage in the 10. Raid con, I'll put Fire Mage in a 9 here as well. Because Fire actually can slap. Just not most core. Mage, should enemies and dungeons and raids have variants immunities? Change whatever classes. IG, molten core. I don't think I like that it's like immune to fire, but I don't think it's fun. Like let people play what they want. I think it'd be fun. Like it doesn't make sense, right? Because fire mages aren't hitting you with fire. They're actually hitting you with they're hitting you with really hot arcane. They're not actually like using frost and fire spells. So like a warlock is actually using fire on you. A death knight is actually using frost on you. Like a frost death knight, right? Icy touch. It's actually frost. Fire mages are cooling down arcane. They're not even like actual elementalists. They're just arcane mages. We're using forms of arcane. The arcane will burn you. It does hurt. It's like a freezer burn, you know? Actually, I think that's like the beauty about mage as well. It's like you can kind of like hit you with like every little thing, and it's just like, whoa, what the hell? I'm frozen here. I'm hitting with a fireball. It done freezes me. Like, that's pretty cool. It is cool. I would change it, to be honest. That's one of the RPG elements. Remove those immunities. Let me play what spec I want. Dungeons and raids content. Yeah, I think let people just play whatever they want. Like who cares? Like yes, it makes sense from an RPG element, and I'm all for the RPG factor. Like I think the RPG elements. Oh, one sec. Did I move it? Wait, one sec. Sorry. Did I move this? Oh, it's fine. Sorry, I thought I moved it. Okay. No. Okay. So next part. Let's see here. Sorry, this is like super long, but just bear with me. Should mage ignite be rolling ignite? So other mages or should a personal buff for each mage can roll their own? I think it should be a personal buff. Leave it as vanilla. One mage owns the ignites. Make it individual. I think that's. I'm sorry, but I think that's kind of like. Yeah, rolling ignite is funny, but isn't it like weird? I don't know. Just, should mana gems be in Classic Plus? Yeah, sure. Why not? I don't mind. How important is it to you that Arcane gets reworked to be able to play more content effectively? I'd say it's pretty important. I think there should be like a viable Arcane spec. If Shamans got the ability to cast Blood, should May just also get? No, I don't think they should. I think it should be a Shaman only thing. And it should be a Shaman if Horde and Alliance get Shaman. Should mages get the ability to cast teleport portals to more places in the world in Classic Plus? Like maybe like one more place. Just like one more place. Should mage portals be able to be used by players not in the mages group? Don't change how the mage portals work. That's weird. Should mages create the best water and food in the game? IG conjure crystal water. No, either move the ability to craft the best or either equivalent to vendor. I don't think they should be able to craft. I don't think they should lose it. I think they should just sell equally good water to the vendor, okay. Let's see here. So how would you rate vanilla wall protection paladin kit in terms? Dude, this shit is actually pretty good in solo, I would say. It's okay in dungeons. It's shit in raids. I'm gonna give it a 2. I know about PvP. I'm gonna give it a 5. Like what are you playing and like what are you doing playing a paladin in PvP? It shouldn't be good. I'm gonna put it a 5 for like no opinion. How would you rate vanilla solo content? It's a healer, like healer in solo content. I guess it's pretty bad. Like I don't know. In terms of healers, it's pretty good, but it's pretty bad. 5-man, I think it's okay. I think it's like a strong 8. I think maybe even a 9. In raid content, it's a 10, dude. Like, I think Holy Paladin is great. PvP, I think it's okay. It's actually not even an 8. It's probably like a 7. Because, like, yeah, flash a light, like, holy light, like, I don't know. How would you rate vanilla WoW Retribution Paladin kit in terms of, I think it's okay, but it's kind of weak. I'm gonna give it a 6 because it is kind of weak. 5-man content. I'm gonna give it a 6 as well because it is nice to have them. I'm gonna give it a 6. I'm gonna give it a 6 across the board. I think because it's not terrible. It's just like it's like it's fun to have them. I'm not shitting on Paladin. Should Panzer should be baseline ability in class plus? Yeah, sure. Why not? Let's make it baseline. I don't want to do it on ret though. I would rather be like a no. Actually, no. I would rather be a talent point and you have to go into it and get it, and red probably just wouldn't go that route, but plot would, something like that. Because it's in holy, right? How would you feel if, in addition to mana, paladins got a secondary resource like holy power? No, dude. No holy power. No holy power. Stop making the class a rogue. It's not a rogue, it's a paladin. Let me get Divine Storm. Thank you, smiley face. Alright, okay. Should the Retribution Paladins item design balance strength on strength and spellbook or just strength? I think it should just be strength. I don't think it should be strength. Just leave itemization. It was cool the way it was. Yeah, I don't mind. Like, I don't mind. Paladin, assuming Paladin gets the support it needs to be competitive, should their itemization include spiral power, include like in TBC, strength, defensive stats, or just strength? I think it should just be strength. I mean, strength to simplify gearing would be nice. It is nice to like vanilla TBC is cool. I mean, I'd rather just be strength for me personally. But I feel like the holy power, like these would be good. I don't want to choose the wrong one, like, because I think this. I even feel like the people who play current paladin would be like weirded out, like, I don't know, like they play retail paladin, but they shouldn't be able to vote this. But like, if you're playing vanilla and you're like, oh shit, like it's strength and spell power, you shouldn't be like, oh man, I hate spell power gear. You should be able to just, do both, right? All right, let's get through this. I'm trying to zoom through this. Paladin, what duration should Paladin? I'm gonna leave it. I'm gonna leave it as vanilla. I'm gonna put it as vanilla TVC actually. Yeah, I don't know if Paladins actually like this. I would choose whatever the Paladins would want, right? So, I would actually I should choose strength because that's what I want. I'll choose what I want, but I would rather go to, whatever the Paladin player wants. What duration should protection Paladin blessings be in Classic Plus? Just give them the 60 minutes, dude. 50 minutes as it was. Just give them the 60 minutes. Like, who cares? Like, it's such a weird thing. Like give them the 30 minutes baseline and then 60 once they get the book, Should Holy Paladin get an additional resource power whilst melee range with, I don't find the buffing, like, interesting. Like, it's cool that they give the buff, but then that's it. Just bring 3 paladins, sorry. Let them do the buffs, and that's it. A 4th paladin for more buff. Just 2 rets, Should be 2 rets. One for, one for strength, one for might, one for kings. Pot can give salve, Holy can give wisdom. Some shit like that. Simple shit. Make it simple. It doesn't have to be complicated, You have 2 holy paladins and 1 red, whatever, Figure it out. like don't make it so the buff is only for 1 spec though. That's the most important thing. Should holy paladins get an additional resource? Wait. So should holy paladin get an additional resource / power while in melee range with an enemy? No, let them stay back with other healers. Yes, the class wants. Yes, it's fun. The class wants to be melee range. No. That's shit. I don't like that. That's the one thing I don't like about retail red holy paladin. It's kind of shit. I hate it. Should Classic Plus differentiates between long-term buffs and short-term cooldown? Wait, long-term buffs and short-term cooldowns and change the names of the abilities. Blessings for protection, freedom, sacrifice, and hand of protection for freedom, like hand of protection, freedom. Sorry. Yes, it's confusing. No, yeah. So like, blessing of protection versus hand of protection, right? Like hand of freedom. Because blessing of protection, I don't know, it's so confusing. Hand of sacrifice, it's taunt, right? No, sacrifice is the one where you take the damage, right? Freedom, and then it's bop, but it's like hop in the future because it's shorter. I don't know, it's so weird. Like blessing of protection, freedom and sacrifice, hand of freedom. It should be hand. Like I call like I say bop me all the time, but we all know it's hop, right? Like give me freedom. Like who cares? Yes, it's confusing. I don't think it's confusing. We all know what it is. It doesn't matter. I'm gonna put in no opinion. Like I don't care what it is. We all know what it is. You know, it is what it is. 80 what 80, right? Paladin should what version of any seal twisting should be in Classic Plus? Twisting moves to suit seals active at the same time, usually being right as a melee swing lands. TBC seal twisting is TBC twisting. One way twisting, seal of command persists for 40 milliseconds when switched to the other seal. Sword twisting, two-way twisting, all seals persist 400 milliseconds. Sword seal stacking, two seals can be active with the lower one being a max of 6 seconds. No seal twisting, done because it requires extra UI elements. Add TBC seal twisting, I guess. I think seal twisting is fun for paladins. Paladins should Blizzard support a shotgun playstyle, shock focus build for DPS. Maybe don't invest time into it over other archetypes. Yeah, I would say shotgun. Shotgun is rad. I mean, yeah, sure. I would say it's cool, but don't add it. Like, don't put too much time into it. Paladin should turn undead exorcism work on all types or not just on undead demons. I think it should absolutely work on everything else. No, leave it the way it wasn't been. I think it definitely should. It should just do more damage to demons and undead. Priest, how would you... Okay, I'm going to be very honest here. I'm going to just be like 5 across the board. I think for PvP, disc is pretty good. Shadow Priest kit in terms of vanilla plus. I think for solo content, it's pretty good. Probably like a 9 even. 10 man, it's probably like a 7. It's probably a 4 in raid. Probably like a 2, probably a 1 in raid. PvP is probably like an 8. And then Holy Priest for solo content is probably like a 5. Dungeons it's probably like a 9. Raids it's probably like a 10. PvP it's no opinion on it. Priest should priest abilities, Fair Ward, Devouring Plague be baseline. No opinion because I like that it's specific, but I also don't like that talent trees are specifically. So like I'm gonna get into this. So classes, sorry, races and racials. I like certain racials. But I don't like, for example, that humans are better than every other class in using swords and stuff, right? I think that's kind of lame. I think those sort of like weapon racials and stuff, I think they should rework all the racials, even in retail across the board. You should get like an option maybe of racials, or you should always have a damaging racial, a cooldown racial, whatever. Like it's cool having your troll do berserking, you know? It's cool. You can have like a version of them. You know, like maybe sometimes it can just be baseline, like undead's like what you call it, like their proc chance to heal themselves and do shadow damage to you. I think that's fine. They don't need an extra damaging racial. That should just be their damaging racial. And some should just be better than others. Like, and maybe that racial would be better on like something like a warlock or a priest, like a shadow priest, because it, you know, but it's like a DPS racial, you know. Berserking can be used for healing, you know, which is a bit unfair, but then again, it's like that's all as far as and as different they should go, but they shouldn't be like the stun racial versus the thingy on orcs. Like orc is just super overpowered, right? But it's like I don't know. I also think that's why horde is a lot more popular. I think a lot of alliance racials are kind of mid, like give an idol's 1% more crits, give them Draenei, give them the hits, the free hit, the 1% hit would make a lot of difference. For a lot of classes, you can itemize so differently if you have a Draenei in a raid. Heroic Presence is just so vastly different. Like in our TBC raid, I'm playing Alliance currently, and it's just like we have a Draenei in every group, you know? It's just needed. But we also have a Shaman in every group, so it's like, it's a given, you know? That being said, should Holy Priests 31 talent point Lightwell be adjusted? Unless so, how? Sorry, something Lightwell is boring. I don't mind the Lightwell. Change it to hot to not be removed upon taking damage. Take damage. Change it not clicking, just send a heal lowest health every so often. Yeah, I think that would be fine. Just put well outs. I think clicking on it is like a piece of shit as well. Like, I love clicking on it myself. I actually think Lightwell is like, I like using it. I love it, but I don't think you should like lose. It shouldn't go away from like change the hot to not be removed upon. Like, I didn't even think that's just crazy. It needs multiple things to fix. Go crazy. Yeah, just go crazy. What would you say? What do you feel about this one? Please playstyle learn from direct heals, move towards different healing playstyles. If so, you prefer, don't change this one, please. Sure, I don't know how. Make it like Woth, where powered shield is primary ability. Make it like Asim, where you heal a raid through smites, holy fire atonement. A mix of things. Just move it away from. I think I think Wrath is too overpowered. Wrath is insane. I do like it the most though, but it is insane. I would rather go to Cataclysm, where it's like a little bit of both, a little bit of atonement. Should Classic Plus support Smite Priest DPS spec? Absolutely. Smite Priest class policy rules. Yeah, I think it should do. They make it a resource. Sure, but don't take a resource for specs that exist. Yep, I agree with that. Priests should Shackle Undead be adjusted to work on any enemy type or just non undead? Just keep it the way it was. I think this one's fine. Rogue. Okay, my main boy, my main guy, my king, my goat, the love of my life. So how would you rate vanilla rogue content in terms of solo? So solo content is actually pretty good, but it's actually also really bad. Like, you're not really, like, you have to use a cooldown to like kill anything that's like really hard, like a lot, like your whole kit. You have to play really good. But I do like that, so I'm gonna give it like a maybe say 8. My content is gonna get like a, it's like a 7. And people don't like it. Raid content, it's like a, you want 1, right? Like, it's fun in raids. PvP, it's a 10, dude. Holy shit. PvP rogue is great. How would you rate vanilla somebody won't get into? So I don't actually, I think for solo content it's a bit better. It's shit in 10 man, and raids it's shit. Give it like a 2 here. PvP it's like a 9. Assassination rogue, it's also like, it's like mid across the board. Let's say it's a 5 in PvP. Rogue, which are the following rogue archetypes, if supported, would you be more excited to play? Balance not being a factor. Which rogue? Babe, focus build. I think this should be a feral druid thing only. I think poisons should be assassinations thing. If they make the stealth way cooler, like if they made subtlety like the thing is, if they buff subtlety and it's like too good in raids, it would be like crazy in PvP as well. But I think the balance not included. I think subtlety, like, let the rogue, I don't know, bro. Upfront fighters, like, I don't know, tank rogue. Rogues generation based on ticks increase every 20 seconds. Also feral druids. 1 every second, 1 every second. Should be 20 every 2 seconds, or 1 every. I would rather it be 1 every 1 second. No, wait. Every 1 second. But this is also shit. Because in Wrath, it's like, it's weird. Because you get, it should be like way more. Maybe it should be like, maybe like every second you should get 10 energy. Something like this. 0.1 second. Yeah, I'll choose the, oh yeah, with the 1.1 per 1 point second. Yeah. So yeah, exactly. Yeah, this is 10, right? For every 1 point second. So every second is a 0.1. Yeah, right. I think that's what I'm understanding, right? I know what it is, but whatever we have in Wrath, I guess. I would rather be like modern. Like I like seeing the energy kind of tick up, but it's like it's weird. And then you spend you have like a spender and it costs 15 energy, and it's like you have like half an energy bar or whatever. It is cool. Like it's not. I don't know. They're both good. I'm okay with them both. Should Rogue tank be viable for Classic Plus? Sure. Rogue tank doesn't make sense. Other classes can tank. Sure. I'm okay with it. Rogue, different weapon specialization for Rogue. Should have distinct playstyles from that, e.g. fist weapons play differently from swords, and then from daggers, then from maces. Yes, it sounds fun. No, dagger can play differently because it's vanilla, but otherwise, leave it as was. Sure. Let's see. Should Classic Plus lean into the Poison Rogue archetype? Absolutely. Poison Rogue is a fun class one to see. I think Assassination should just have it. It's just and Venom, whatever. Boom, boom, boom. Okay. Should Classic Plus remove the requirements due to level lockpicking skill and have it increase with the Rogue's level? No. Leave it the way it was. I think you should just level it. Shouldn't just get it for free. Do they even have that in retail? Like, do you just get it for free with level in retails? Shaman, how would you the kit solo content? It's pretty shit. I think it's like shit across the board, and I think in PvP it's like a 8, maybe a 7. It's actually not even. I'm like generous 7 here. Like I'm not giving it a generous 7, right? It's like really generous, really generous. Okay. How would you rate Resto Shaman? I have no opinion on Resto Shaman at all, so I'm just giving it 5s. How are your opinion on Enhancement Shaman's Kit? I think it's okay. I think for solo content, it is a 6. Dungeon, it's probably like an 8 in dungeons. Actually, maybe a 9. For raids, it's like a 6. PvP, I'm not sure. Maybe a 5. I like watching shamans do their like walk up to you slowly menacing and hit you with a frost stroke and then hit you with a freaking like wind fury auto attack. Like that's funny as fuck. How about your raid adjustments and wait to auto passes to check all apply? Increase the range to 40 yards for sure. Without needing a chance to do so. Autotemic projection. Recall, sure. Just have totems for your own. Make totems buff raid wide, yes. I don't think you need projection. I think you need to call them back in and then, you know, place them down again. Just give you a lot of mana back. Totems should just follow on. That's kind of boring. That's like the whole point of totems is to throw them down. Should shamans be able to dual wield in Classic Plus? Definitely let shamans dual wield. No, just leave it as vanilla. No dual wield at all. Give them dual wield. Like, who cares? Like there should be a spec. Okay, so. Okay, let me get through this. So shamans dual wield versus two-handed. I think it should be like an option you have, right? So you have an option where you're dual wielding, and it should change your play style depending on how you want to play. I do think like if you dual wield, you should get Lava Lash. If you're two-handed, your Storm Strike should hit like really hard, and Wind Fury would hit even harder, right? Like when you're dual wielding, you're playing like this, kind of like you might miss a few hits, but you're like flurry. You're always flurrying into them, right? And then I think two-handed enhancement should still hit fast and move fast. It should just be like a flavor, you know? Are you dual wielding or are you two-handed, you know? And there should be like a really good two-handed weapon like Sulfuras or whatever, Nightfall. You should be able to like weapon weave or something. And then dual wield should just be like your fun, having fun enhancement shaman, you know, Lava Lash. And I think it should just be Storm Strike, Lava Lash, and your Shock, right? Like Earth Shock. Yeah. So should shamans be able to wield two-handed mace, axe, staves, baseline without needing to talent point it at all. Yeah, let's shamans do two-handers. Like what? Sure. should totem twisting be a thing in shaman capable of doing? Here's the red throughput. Totem twisting is annoying. Just remove the need to do it. Totem twisting was fine, and you know, it should be. I'm okay with totem twisting, to be honest with you. Like, I think like if you're playing a shaman, like, I don't mind it, but it's annoying. It is annoying because people don't like to do it, but I don't mind it because it's, you know, what you're pressing an ability and then you're just getting reminded by a weak aura, which is like you need an external source to do it. So it is annoying, but like maybe make the totems just more baseline. So if you're one shaman, you need to totem twist. If you're not a shaman, let's say you're two shamans, but you want to keep the strength of Earth and Wind Fury up, like let that totem be like for everyone in the party and everyone in the raid, you know. Wind Fury should just affect everyone. You should just need one shaman. You shouldn't need like or one enhancement shaman, you know. And if you have one resto, the resto shaman shouldn't have to like totem twists, you know. And if you have an Ellie shaman and no resto, then I don't know, get a resto shaman. If Classic Plus adds Bloodlust Heroism to the Shaman's kit, how would you feel about other classes also have Bloodlust as well, e.g. Mage Shaman? I wouldn't like a Shaman's give. I wouldn't like it. Shamans give plus, not mages. It'd be great because I don't want to always be the one to need to push it. I wouldn't like it. Shamans give loss, not mages. I'm for that. Shamans poison, disease, cleansing totem like. Okay, this should just be none. No bloodlust. This should be like a no bloodlust. So anyways, poison, cleansing, disease totems make a de facto required cleansing class. Required to be the cleanse class in these debuffs. Should Classic Block nerf these totems? Make the other classes poison, dispel, cleanse more viable. Definitely totems are too strong. Don't change the poison cleanse. They shouldn't change it. They should just leave it as it is. I think it's fine. How would you rate Warlock? Destruction Warlock. Oh god. Okay, so Destro. I played a bit of Warlock. I would say Destro is the weakest, but I think it's still pretty good in dungeons. And raids, it's really good, right? Demo, I think it's good for solo contents. It's okay for dungeons, but I'm gonna give them like a 9, maybe like a 6 here. PvP, probably like a 5 PvP contents. I mean, you can never be bad at Warlock, right? Affliction is probably the best PvP here. Solo is 10, I would say. Dungeon contents, probably like a 9. Probably like a 10. Sorry, this one's a 9. Raid content's probably like a I want to give them both a 10 actually. I think 10 across the board. I think Affliction is super good. Probably give it a 9 actually. I think Warlock across the board is just super good. I give them all a 9. I give them all like a 9. Maybe like Demo is like the worst one. Warlock should be able to stack soul shards, and if so, what stack size? No, don't think just soul shard. Stack 10. Remove the soul shard requirement altogether. Maybe like, I feel like 100 stack. Or like 20. I don't know. Like, how are you stacking it? Like, what are you doing? Like, do you have a bag or do you have them in your inventory? Like, I don't know, it's kind of weird because it depends on how the class is going to play. Should Warlock? Okay, so whatever. Warlocks should get access to more demons. Check all the ones you'd like to see. Honestly, give me every demon, bro. Like I'll take all the demons, dude. I'll take all of them. Infernal, Permanent, Vile Fiend, Imps, Doomguard, Observer, Dreadstalkers. Bro, give me all the demons. I don't care. Like, give me all the demons. I don't care. I actually would rather play Demonolog. I would easily play Demolock if it was the Demolock from retail. Like, that playstyle, like Spender Generator. Like, I would take that. And then remove the soul shard. Like you're so good at using soul shards to summon demons that you don't need souls anymore. Like you could have them just be for, like, other things. Should Warlock, you want to give them like ammo? Would you want to see Warlock be able to tame demons in the world rather than just learn to summon them via questions? Yeah, sounds cool. Warlock should be able to Alter their demons, different forms, either through quests or some other means. Yep, sounds cool. Should warlocks be able to change their name, the name of their demons? You should be able to name them, but you should be able to just... I mean, yes, but you shouldn't be able to name them. You should just be able to, like, change your name and hope for another name. Because some name might be, like, really weird or some shit. I don't know. Should you be able to... should affliction talent improve corruption? That was a talent with 5 common points. Make a corruption instant class. Baseline for all warlocks. Should the affliction talent improve corruption? That when talented with 5 points makes corruption instant cast spell be a baseline for all warlock classes. Feels bad having warlocks to spec it regardless of spec. I feel like there's some beauty in that, right? Like, I feel like you should have to talent it. But I don't feel like every spec should want to use corruption. Like, I think they need to rework demo. I want to give no opinion on this. I try to give an opinion on each of them, but I'm not sure. Because I'm also like, that's the beauty of vanilla, right? Like, that is something that's like the beauty of vanilla. Also, I'm touching my face a lot because I need to shave my beard, bro. Like, holy shit, this beard need to fucking... This shit need shaving, bro. I need to shave this shit. Yeah, this motherfucker needs to get shaved, dude. Holy fool. Warlocks, should spellstones be expanded upon in Classic Plus and made more effective and useful? Spellstones offhand, warlock contribute. Yes, absolutely. I think they should have it so it's just like an enchant on your weapon instead of like an offhand enchant, just like a free offhand enchant. I feel like warlock is closest thing to like a hero class. Like in terms of power, I think warlock is actually the strongest class. Like if you take all the power scaling of each class, like rogue and like other classes are like down there, like hunter, rogue, warrior, you know, they're all kind of weak. And then there's like mages who are really busted, and then there's like warlock who literally conjure like fell, you know, like what the fuck. Like warlock should definitely be able to like add some sort of death knight like rune. Like they have to make it every hour. It's like their own little personal buff. It costs a soul shard or whatever. And I think that adds to the fantasy. I'm sorry, but that adds to the fantasy. It should just not be an offhand. Pass at 1% crits. Conjure when absorb magic, and also yeah, for sure. So let's see here. I don't know what you guys think. Maybe you guys have an opinion on this one. I plan to play warlock. Like warlock is probably like going to be my first or second or third character, like one of them. Warlock, should warlock be able to cast spell, summon Soulwell, and create an objective that people can click on to put healthstones in their inventory versus having to trade them out? I think it should be like that. Yes, I think it should be like that. Healthstones should have multiple charges, up to 3, potentially. Yes, sure. I think it should be 3. 3 charges, you know. Use them in fights. That's not like the only one yet. How would you rate vanilla protection warrior kit? I think it's pretty good, but I'm gonna give it a 7 only. It's pretty good in dungeons. It's pretty okay. I'm gonna get like actually, no, I'm gonna give it 7 across the board, except for PvP. No opinion on that. I don't know. Would you? Actually, maybe like, I don't know. Arms. I'm just pretty good. I'm just pretty good in solo contents. In 5-man, it's probably really good. It falls off in raid though, right? Like arms is probably 8 or 9 in PvP. I'll give it 8 because it needs a healer. Fury, solo content, raid. It's like an 8 in PvP as well. Actually, I would say it's like if this is a 8, this is a 7, or this is a 9, this is an 8, something like this. But warrior, should warrior rage regeneration be normalized so it's less spiky and more predictable? Don't change how rage works. No, I don't like normalized regeneration. I don't like. You see, like, this is like the thing with me. Like, I play warrior the most, and I'm not even sure like what other people would want and what I would want as well. Because I think it should be like you hit, you get rage. You know. Should warriors get Titan's grip? That's a fucking question. Enabling them to duel, dude. Yes, dude. Why the fuck would you want to use a one-handed sword or a two-handed sword when you can use two-handed swords? That's what I think, dude. Holy shit. Give us Titan's grip, dude. Yes. If there's like a yes. Yes, dude. Should the player coined spec Fury Prots be the best tank spec, best version of tank for Classic Plus? No, make a full protection the way to go. Okay. Fury Prots should be in the game. Prots should be in the game, and they should both be viable. But they need to be viable. Like, they both need to be viable. Okay, Warrior, should abilities like Mortal Strike, Bloodthirst, and Shield Slam generate rage? Mortal Strike? I think they should. Bloodthirst should generate rage. God, I'm feeling like playing War. Like, I feel like playing Warrior, sorry, right now. Holy shit. We're soon done with this, by the way, chat. So let's see here. In Classic Plus, should Heroic Strike queuing continue to guarantee your offhand weapon hit cap as it was in Vanilla and TBC? Queuing continue to guarantee your offhand. I like how it is in Wrath more than this. But I do like it. It ruins itemization a bit. This is a hard one. Because you want like two similar weapons. Which I think is kind of cringe. I would say it ruins item. I'm weird, dude. Like, I like things to make sense, but it's like, this is just like some extra level cheese that's like a good warrior. I mean, it separates the boys from the men sort of thing. I do like that. I do like that there's some skill involved in it. I think that's amazing, but I don't know, man. Like, I don't know. I really don't know. Should Thunderclap apply fresh rend? Yes, dude. But there should be a talent tree, though. There should be a talent. Deep wounds, dude. Should reapply rend, yeah, and apply to everyone. It shouldn't apply it overall. It should be like you rend Thunderclap, but then it gets spread. So you kind of want to like spread it from one target to the next. Warrior should charge be able to be in combat? Yes, just give it to them. What version? Like, that's something I would change about Warrior, like charging in combat. Like, who cares? You get intercept, you get intervene, you get charge, you know? What version of stance dancing do you prefer? Mandatory for high skill play, optional but rewarding, simplified, no stance swapping. I think it should be high skill, to be honest with you. I think stance dancing should be high skilled, but optional but rewarding sounds good to me too. I think stance dancing is really nice. I really like that about stancing. I love switching weapons, but it's all macros, right? Like, it's not really like, I'm not like equipping my weapon, going in my bag, and then like, oh shit, I need to, like, I'm just macroing most of the shit, having a key mining for it. Like, I would say high skill play is good. I think it's good for a warrior to be able to express how good they are compared to another warrior. Let's see, what cooldown should, wait, sorry, what should be the cooldown for recklessness? I work at MSPs here, so they're just messaging, sending some messages, and it's actually a bit distracting. I'm sorry. So if I'm watching this video in the future, currently working there. Oh, I was working there this time. I'm not sure if I will be working there in the future, but you know, hopefully I am, because I do enjoy there. So what should be the cooldown for recklessness? I think it should be a 3-minute cooldown, maybe 5. What is this for? Oh, why am I getting to choose numbers down here? I'll just leave it as 3. I don't know what these are. Submit. Okay. We're a little bit over 2 hours, but you know, that's fine. it is what it is. I didn't know it was going to be that long, to be honest with you, but thinking about it, world player, yeah. I will have to check on this one to see if we need to do it. But next video will be the profession survey. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I really enjoy doing these. Thank you to Jordy for making this survey, and thank you guys for obviously watching. I really appreciate it. Sorry for it being so long. I know it was a long-winded video. I hope you guys enjoyed it though. Like, and I'd love to hear your takes in the comment section below. I want to know what you guys would change if you have some more feedback. Maybe if you disagree with some things I said, or maybe if you just like. I'd rather have it be like be criticism. Like, I'd rather get criticism, but then be like we can be constructive on it. Just let me know what you guys think. I think this is gonna be an amazing video, at least for me. Like, if I rewatch this, I'm gonna enjoy it. But you know, I like my own content, so. You know, it is what it is. I wish there were more people doing the Classic Plus survey content like this so I can actually watch their videos. If you have your own version of this survey, even if you're just a small YouTuber like me or a big one or whatever, drop it down in the description. Like, let me know, like, or DM me or something. Like, I don't mind. You have my permission. But yeah, if you want to go check me out again, twitch.tv/rareentry with 3s instead of E's. Go check me out there. Big time vanilla enjoyer, WoW enjoyer in general, MMO enjoyer. But I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you guys for stopping by. I appreciate you. And always have a good one. I love you. Bye.